Inflation is here. We feel it at the pump, at the grocery store, and my next guest says inflation is really kind of like an undercover tax that makes your money disappear. Harry Abrahamsen is the author of Money Rules, 9 Rules to Smart Money Decisions. There's the cover of his book. And Harry joins us right now, live, to guide us through some advice. Harry, how are you doing? Are people all upset about inflation?
Yes, everybody is talking about inflation and the impact it's having on their lives, and it's definitely a new experience for a lot of people today.
Well, it's good to know we can do some things. Your first point, though, about gathering some other stream of income where possible, like get another job, that might not be appealing to everybody. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's maybe it's not, but just temporarily right now, if they have a job and they're really feeling the bite of inflation, maybe getting a job or a second job just to kind of ease that temporarily. Obviously, if you're in retirement, the last thing you want to do is go back to work, but maybe just like for the next year, part-time job might help in terms of money coming in.
Yeah, because the thing about inflation is that you kind of call it a stealth tax or undercover tax, is that it just leaks away so much faster. A dollar doesn't go as far, and that's the point. So bring in more. In fact, your next point is about that, identifying excess cash flow. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, if what you want to do is you're trying to find out ways to maybe bring in a little bit more extra. You could look at your tax refunds rather than waiting a full year, adjusting your W-4 exemptions now, where maybe you can create some more income on a weekly basis, even temporarily if you have a 401k. And you're contributing there, maybe just reducing that down to the match or just stopping it temporarily to bring in some extra, money into the household to help pay some bills and to handle what's happening right now in terms of the prices.
It's interesting that this is your approach because you're a financial advisor, but rather than a lot of folks now are telling us ways to cut back on how to save on gas when you drive your car, how to save at the grocery store, and you're approaching more from the investment point of view. You think that works best?
Well, you can do a combination of things, but right now, going to the store to buy food is more expensive for everybody, and so there's only so much you can cut back. So yeah, if you do want to look at that, maybe look at some expenses, but in addition to that, maybe freeing up some extra money to come into the household to pay for gas and food, will help out a lot of people by just looking at from a cash flow perspective.
Let's talk about folks who are near retirement or in retirement now, and they're pretty scared about their investments. What would you recommend for retirees at this point?
Yeah, well, right now, what people are doing right now, they're trying to keep up with inflation. A lot of people are a little leery in terms of market performance and volatility. So they can look into some fixed index products that will keep up with inflation and making sure that it kind of fits what they're doing from a risk standpoint. But there's a lot of different index products that people can look at that are really coming into fashion right now because of inflation. And it's a nice outlet where people can maybe invest their money and not have to worry about market volatility.
Okay. Yeah, because nobody wants that at a certain age, especially, right? Because you get worried about recovery at this point.
Absolutely, and it creates a lot of, especially if you are retiring right now, or maybe you just retired, the last thing you really want to have is to now have the stress about the markets and obviously inflation.
Yeah. Well, I know one thing you recommend for all of us of all ages is that this is a team sport when it comes to your money. Don't go it alone. You say, who do we need on our financial advisory team?
This is a good time for people to take a good inventory of who they're working with, whether it's an investment advisor, a CPA, a banking relationship, if they have an insurance professional. You want to be able to reach out to pretty much everybody that might be on your team or other professionals and ask their opinions about what are some strategies and solutions they can kind of incorporate into their plan. So really taking that team approach will be very beneficial for a lot of people.
Okay. That's good, Harry. We want to refer people to your book, Money Rules, 9 Rules to Smart Money Decisions. Is that your most recent one? I know you've authored a few different things and have some other resources on your website too.
Yes, we're really excited about it. There's a lot of information in there. They can find out more information on abrahamsenfinancial.com and all across social media at Abrahamsen Financial, and the information about the book and a little bit about us is all listed on the website and on the services.
Excellent, Harry. Good talking with you today. Thank you for sharing this all your pro tips. Okay.
Great. Thank you for having me, Paula.
Thanks. Sure. Bye now.